Hello there, YouTube. It's Victor, King of the Morons, Godfather of J-Vlogging, and I've got a little question for you. I know the answer already in my head, but I want someone, you know, to, I don't know, challenge me on this. So, how do I explain this? Yeah, okay, so do you remember Ben, who recently had a bad experience with an eikaiwa, an English teaching job here in Japan? Well, I looked into his situation a little bit. I'm going to tell you a little information about this. The school that he worked for hired him, brought him over from the States with the promise of a job. He flew over on his own ticket. These details are not important, but the important thing is coming soon. He came over to Japan. When he got here, they started processing his visa. For the first 2 months, he worked for them with no visa. Now, they told him, well, we can't pay you since you don't have a visa. And if anyone asks you, you're just volunteering. Or something like that. Whatever. Here's, that, again, not important. Here's the important part. You can't do that. You can't have someone work for you for 2 months for free and not pay them. They never paid this poor sucker. Sorry, Ben, that's what you were, because you didn't know better. Now you know. So poor Ben worked for 2 months for this company, which remains nameless, and he didn't get paid. Now he tells me that they tell him that this is pretty standard, and that they've done it before in the past. And often after the 2 months, they will not pay the full salary to the teacher. There's a following the 2-month volunteer, there's a 6-month probation period, during which time the teacher gets 70% of his promised salary of 250,000 yen, or roughly $200 per month. Okay, and that's working 5 days a week, 11-hour days. All right, and in his case, even 6 days. Now, I ran into another guy who I know but I won't name, who actually works for another school who had a similar situation where he worked for a month for free. Apparently schools do this. Now, here's my moral dilemma that I want you to help me with. I know someone who knows someone at immigration here in Japan who could flag this school and make it difficult for them to hire in the future. Yes. The problem with this plan is that anyone working at that school now will be deported, probably. Except, of course, those who have different visas. Like, if you work for that school but you have a spousal visa, then you'll be fine. So what do you think? In my mind, I think that it's best to sacrifice the few that are working at those schools now, at that school now, and ask my friend to see if he can do something to stop this school. The other problem is, you might say, why don't you just name the school in the video? Well, I can't, because here's the weird thing. I've talked to a lawyer about this. I actually do know a lawyer here in Japan who informed me that according to the libel or defamation laws here in Japan, even if you speak the truth, if your public declaration financially negatively impacts a business, you can be sued for libel or whatever. I don't know what, whichever one it is. Anyway, defamation. You can get in trouble, basically, and I don't need that kind of hassle, especially since, why do that? Here's the other problem. That's because I'm in Japan. Okay, I'm in Japan, so I could be, now I have a kid, right? I have a kid and I have a wife, and if I were alone, maybe I could risk it, but it would be irresponsible for me to do it now. Okay, I'm not that brave enough to throw my wife and son onto the sword for that, for this kind of cause. However, if someone were to release this information in America, then we could actually get the word out. And that brings me to my other problem, and and I'd like some suggestions on this. Because I'm in Japan, I can't really move against. I can't call out schools and say, you guys suck and you're doing this. However, I do think that there should be some kind of homepage somewhere or some kind of place on the internet where we can find out the information, like what schools offer what contracts and things like this. And I'm sure we could collect that information. We just need to know how. But it cannot be controlled by me or anyone who lives in Japan, which is kind of the tricky part, because we could get in trouble for it, you know, defamation laws and all such and such. So if there are people back in the States who are willing to take this on and willing to set up a page where people can send their information, that would be cool, and I would be willing to. I guess I could make videos encouraging that place, and if by the time this video comes out, or if you're watching this in the future, if someone has created such a spot, or maybe this site already exists, then please name it, and I'll put it in the description. Okay, that's all I got for you now for on that. More coming soon, so I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon. That's a hint. That means thumb up this video. All right. See you guys.